Welcome to today's video. In today's video, I'm gonna do a quick Q&A. I asked my Instagram friends to ask me some questions and I just wanted to answer them. So let's just get right into it. I will be snacking a little bit. I have some walnut cakes and my gooey, which is like grape jellies. I'm a little bit hungry. Let's start. The first question is asking, what is your favorite junk food? My favorite junk food of like all time is definitely ice cream. Chocolate ice cream specifically, I've been loving like chocolate with chocolate chunks in it. So good. Gelato ice cream, all ice cream. I will have popsicles after lunch, ice cream scoops after dinner, before bed, for breakfast, whenever I want. I'll have them. Take me with you if you're ever gonna go for ice cream. What is your favorite Korean food? My favorite Korean food of all time is probably japchae or donggranggeng, which are like little meatballs, pork balls that have like veggies in it. So good, like to die for. My grandma makes like the best ones. One time, I loved them so much, I tried to bring them over from Korea. I didn't know it was illegal to bring over like pork or meat. In my custom sheet, I said I had something and it all got confiscated, like 4 pounds of meat. I could have brought over more stationery. Do you like living in Vancouver or Korea more? So if you don't know, I actually used to live in Korea. I lived in Korea from grade 6 through grade 11. Honestly, my experience in Korea wasn't the best. Whose experience is gonna be good if you're going through middle school and high school?
Middle school is like the most traumatic time in my life.
So I'm definitely gonna say Vancouver. I feel like there's a lot of things that Korea is still like working on. For example, like body image. Even the people I love and like adore have like these stereotypes because of like the way that the society is geared around attraction and being skinny, and it's just not for me. Don't love that part. I also don't love the part where like Asians work really hard. We are all known for that. Like everyone knows that. I just want a good balance between work life and life. I love my life in Vancouver. I love the nature. I love the people that I've met. I love being able to be opinionated, feel liberated, and just like be myself as like a whole human being. In Korea, I wouldn't be fully accepted as who I am. So the next question is, how did you get into fitness? I have always been like an athletic kid. I use that term lightly because I am not coordinated at all. In high school, I got really obsessed with having abs because, you know, those Tumblr phase where everyone had abs and it was just like the thing. I think I got super into it then. I started weightlifting in high school because like one of my coaches in basketball really wanted me to get like heavier and bigger so that I can like fight off girls better. And then when I moved to Vancouver, I met a couple people who were really into the weightlifting and I thought it would be really cool to get into it, and I tried. Didn't work out for me, I'm gonna be honest. Like I wasn't growing, I wasn't eating enough. Like eventually I've also found that weightlifting wasn't really good for my mental health just because I was like too obsessed with the aesthetics of it. Now COVID kind of hit and like we all were in like the coronavirus phases. I really needed like a physical outlet, and the only thing that was available to me at the time and something that Jackson loves was weightlifting. So I've been getting into it again, and it's just been so good for my mental health because I'm literally trying so hard not to think about the aesthetics of it. And it's just been so fun to be a part of the fitness community. So love y'all. Yeah, that's how I got into fitness. I hope I answered the question. I feel like I just went in circles. I also gym because I want to hike better and be stronger in my hikes and have stronger legs through my hikes. So okay, what is your favorite hobby besides working out? I love hiking. I adore it. I love being outside. Fresh air is my medicine, and when I can't get out there, that's why I work out. What is my favorite outdoor activity? I hands down am like a big hiker. I will always forever be a hiker. I love skiing, but I think hiking is a lot more rewarding for myself. So when I get into touring next year, which it's gonna happen, touring is like a combination of hiking and skiing. I think I might change my view to that, but we will have to wait and see. How are you enjoying your YouTube life? I love it. I love connecting with you all. I love sharing my life. I love being able to look back and see how much I've improved in storytelling, and also just like see my life from the past into the future and see how much I've grown as a person. I find it quite stressful sometimes. I do get into imposter syndrome brains situations where I get really anxious about what other people are thinking about my content and if I'm bringing enough value to people's lives. But if I don't think about that, it's really fun. What is your next travel destination? Well, I really want to do a big trip in Europe. I think I'm talking really fast, but I'm gonna try to slow down. My first destination I want to go to is like Portugal and Croatia, and then I want to hit Germany to see Hannah, and then I want to meet up with Hannah and go all around Europe because I think that would be really fun. Just Europe in general is a continent that I've never been to. Another place that has recently been on my mind is South Africa because Chelsea Kauai is there, one of my favorite influencers like of all time. She's there right now and the hikes there are like mind-blowing. So I would also love to be there. But most realistically, I think the first place I would actually land is Korea because I really want to see my grandparents and I want to show Jackson around the city, kind of show him where I grew up, and that would be really cool. Would you ever cut your hair super short? I'm considering it, like it's definitely on my mind. Would I do it now? Probably not. Would I do it without a fundraiser? Probably not. I would have to raise X amount of money to be able to do that for myself because it's just a lot to like put myself through. I often feel like I have very manly features. I don't know why. I don't know. Well, I think if I cut my hair really short, I would have to project my femininity because I just feel like society's like that. As much as we are all accepting, I don't know. What is something you're proud of yourself for? I'm going to tell you two things. One, I'm really proud of myself for like keeping consistent with YouTube and like kind of my Instagram. I'm kind of building my community and everyone in my community makes me so happy and like I love connecting with everyone. It just makes me so happy. I love it. Second thing I'm really proud of myself for is like leaving my toxic job in the midst of a COVID crisis. Like I was so grateful to be employed and have a job the whole time and all that kind of stuff, but like it just like wasn't working, me and the company, mental health wise. It just didn't work out. I wasn't growing in the way that I wanted to be. I wasn't reaching my goals. Balance is key in my life and that wasn't happening. So I left and I miraculously got into this new job that has literally changed my worldview, my mental health, and like the way that I treat other people in my life. So that has been such a significant thing that I'm so proud of to be able to do. And it was a really hard decision because like having the guts to like quit something. I've never quit something, so I'm just so proud of myself for doing that and being able to be here today, just like have the energy that I do. Follow up, another person asked, what is your dream career as a kid versus what is your current job, and do you have a dream job now? My dream job as a child was to be a doctor. Wow, surprise! I just thought it was like the best avenue to like be able to help people because that's just what I like to do, be able to help people and like connect with people. My values have changed significantly since I was a child, so I think you can help people in so many different capacities. I don't think I'll ever regret not becoming a doctor. It's just not who I am. Like I could never hold that level of professionalism. My current job, I work at Lululemon. I work within technologies, IT support, all that kind of stuff is what I do. I work with the online educators, so I work with them to help them fix all their tech problems and all their tech issues that they have. We're trying to make systems better and like just user friendly. I love the work that I'm doing. I honestly just love the company that I'm working for, so that's been really awesome. My dream job going forward would be, I really want to have my own company. I don't know what that would look like. I don't know what the company would involve and all that kind of stuff, but it's a dream and I'm working on it. Like you open it and it just smells so much like grape. So good. Okay, next question. What are your summer plans? Well, I have a group of friends that wants to do Berg Lake Trail. They have a booking. I'm so excited, but I'm not part of that booking just yet because I don't know if I'll be going. If things work out for Jackson, we might be going to Asia and if we can get our vaccines. So that is on our mind. And if I don't end up being able to travel, which at this point I'm like kind of fine with, I will be hiking literally every other weekend. So my summer plans is to film YouTube videos, hike, maybe travel, and go to Jasper National Park. What is the biggest red flag in a relationship? I think the biggest red flag is if your partner or significant other or person you're going to date is insecure. I know being confident is something that we should help people towards and like work towards. It's a really big one, and it's really hard to pinpoint that in somebody, but if you can like narrow down a lot of their issues to that, you will save yourself a lot of trouble, because I cannot count the number of people who have just led to toxic relationships in my life and in other people's lives just because of their insecurities. And it just, I don't have the patience or the power to build someone's confidence from like 0 to 100. Like, I just can't do that. Does that mean I don't know? But I just like know myself enough. I know that I won't be able to take care of that person if they are struggling with their security and self-confidence and all that kind of stuff. I've been in toxic relationships where someone's insecurity just like effed me up and like really didn't work out for me, and it was just so toxic. I just couldn't, I don't know how to like help them. Like, it's not that they're broken, they just needed to find their confidence and like find their vibe. I don't know. I know so many of my friends and people that I'm close to been in toxic relationships just because the partner that they were seeing was insecure, and it just doesn't work out. Your partner being insecure can lead to like distrust, miscommunication, misunderstandings, and it just, communication is so key in work, in relationships, in literally everything. So I'm speaking more towards like romantic relationships. So if you have any big flags, red flags for friendship relationships, let me know in the comments below, because I don't really know what to look for. So what are your pet peeves? My pet peeves are when people like clear their throat all the time. Oh, I hate that. Or like do that. It's like so gross. Or like clear their throat like ready to like spit. Ugh, I hate that. I hate those things so much. It just irks me. Sorry, I chew really loud, and if that's one of your pet peeves, I apologize. Like, in Asia, eating and chewing loudly shows that you're enjoying your food, so I apologize deeply. It is something I'm working on and trying to catch myself, but it's kind of hard. Next order of business. A common incorrect assumption people have about you. I don't know what people assume about me. I'm gonna assume that people assume that I'm rich. I think a lot of people think that I might travel with my parents' money, but I started working when I was in grade 11. Like, literally the day that I landed here, I got a job at Domino's, and like I've been working ever since to like be able to pay for all the travel that I do. That is something I think people assume about me. I work my ass off to be able to travel. And then I think another assumption people have about me, I think a lot of people think I have a lot of friends. I don't know, is it weird that I'm making assumptions about what people assume about me? But like, I have a core couple people that I'm good friends with, and they're not even all in the same friend group, but I love each of them so dearly. Yeah. I mean, if you have any assumptions about me, let me know in the comments below, and I will let you know if they're true or false. And that wraps up all the questions for today's video. If you have any other questions or want me to elaborate on any of the points that I talked about, let me know in the comments below, and I would be happy to answer them for you. If you enjoyed this video at all, like it, helps my channel and my page a lot. Subscribe or follow for more content. This is not my usual content, so I'll see you in the next one. Until then, go live your life, and see ya.